And hello to the fine people of YouTube today. Hope you're doing well. So what brought me out to Midtown Comics today? Larry Hama, that's who. Now if you watch my channel, you know I love those 80s IPs, and G.I. Joe is one of them. And Marvel Comics' G.I. Joe run was a great piece of work, and Larry Hama is responsible for a great piece of that work. Look at all those Joes and Cobras. Different ethnicities, different backgrounds, different skill sets, and different branches of the military. And Hama was responsible for that. Hama served in the U.S. Army in 1969 to 71 during the Vietnam War, which no doubtly he pulled in those experiences for some of these stories. Now those early issues of G.I. Joe I felt were a little bit more grounded and felt more realistic from a military angle. And as a kid I learned some lingo from those comics. With the introduction of Serpentor in the comics, you saw the story shift more towards a sci-fi military angle. Now, as a happy little kid reading his comics, I never knew that comics were censored or rewritten, or heavy edited for that matter. I thought the Comic Authority label was just a cool stamp. So in Marvel's original G.I. Joe #1, Hulk's speech was changed after Hama's work was already completed on the book. Now, decades later, the license has changed hands. And there's a new sheriff in town. SkyBound Comics picks up where IDW left off with G.I. Joe. And to celebrate, they re-release Marvel's Comics G.I. Joe #1 with Hama's original dialogue. So Larry Hama took to Facebook and shared this post. Sincere thanks to SkyBound for allowing me to restore Hulk's original speech to the Joes and A Real American Hero #1 in their special reprint. I'm glad that Larry Hama got to pick up where he left off, still writing G.I. Joe all these years later. And I've personally met the man, conversed with him briefly, got some books signed, and shook his hand. And I walked away thinking to myself, I just shook hands with comic and toy history. So cool. Now, I gotta go because I gotta read these comics. Main one out.